Oh. Wait, why didn't I let me type anything? Chat is disabled for this live stream. Why? How you get to your dashboard and freaking go live? Manage. Enable. I don't see anything about disabling chat. Is it actually not working? Again. Oh, it's working. What? It is disabled in this live stream. Sure it is. Sure it is. Right. Thank you very much for lying to me. See, what I could technically do is do something like this. Oh, it's not what I want. Add window capture. Oh, it already selected it for me. Nice. But yeah, basically do that. But it's definitely not as good. Like, you can barely even see what I'm typing. I guess I could do something like this. It's a little bit dirty. It technically works. I made myself what we call in the biz a milky coffee. A milky coffee? Is that what we usually call it here? Well, what me and my parents used to call it. Cool. Let's go. Okay. Blender. File, open recent. Kind of looking thing. Nice. We'll probably get the low poly done tonight. Hopefully, I'm not going to be streaming too long. I felt awful this week. I know I say that a lot, but specifically this week, I felt so rough. You know what? I think I want to keep it the way we got it. I think, but what we should do. There's a couple of ways we could do this. So what I can do is now get a circle. We'll get a normal circle because we need to actually have the shape a little bit adjusted. This will be a game model, but I probably will be a little lazy on the optimization, just because who likes to optimize? Am I right? Put it over here. If I grab, which was the height? super one. If I grab the height of this, I should be able to get it perfectly aligned. Oh. There you go. Numbers. About that much bigger. I kind of want this actually to do both of them a little bit bigger because I want it to cap on there. No cap. I want it to cap on here, right? So we're going to do something like that. And then on here, that's the center part. We need to extrude it out. Yeah, should be fine. Just do it something like this. Like that. Extrude you in way more than that. Now this part is basically super sharp. It might have a oops. It might have a small bevel like this. But that's about it. And these parts have it really smooth. Which means if it gets too far on there, like all I can do is come up to there. Probably will work. I'd rather it come up to a point though so I can then merge it afterwards. So grab this, grab this. Grab this. Scaling which should be fine, right? It is not. So instead, hey, Megapixel, how's it going? How's life? Hey, Wolf, how's it going? How's life? So something like this. If we meet it perfectly or relatively, like it's like a tiny bit off, but all we now got to do is go merge distance. Oh, actually, that won't work. Instead, I'll just do this, do this, do this, and then delete. And delete these. There you go. Let's move that. That's basically what that shape looks like. We want to come into here, do a sharp on that, like this. Well, kind of. I guess you could do that. But that's a lot of extra polys, so maybe not. Yeah, and then I'll probably do something like this. This needs to basically collide entirely with it like that, right? And when you texture that should look fine. Because you can obviously see the intersection now. But when it's textured, it should actually allow you to blend. And even if it doesn't, you can actually kind of make it look like we've got a weld there. But it should blend. It should look all right. I could do it quite big, but I think we're good. I think we're good. I'll delete you for delete you for now. I mean, this looks actually a little bit thinner, which is a problem for this, because then it won't match this. But it does look a little bit thinner. I mean, I can technically grab this, do this, and pitch you in a tad like that. Then on this, we'll just pull you down like that. Be a bit tighter here anyway, like that. Like so, make you a little bit thicker. Cool, that's good. Now it means these guys can be a bit thinner now, which means that needs to be scaled. Perfect. Then it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit misshapen like this. That is huge, though. That needs to be scaled down drastically. Like, this needs to be like this, right? Which means this needs to be way thinner. I mean, admittedly, I'm making that part up. You don't actually see this part here at all. So I don't need to do that. Oh, look, I'm on TV. Life is life. Nice. I think that's a nice thing, right? A nice tasty coffee. It's just hot milk with instant coffee and some sugar. Living the life. Living the luxury life. So I could just do this instead. But then you got this part, and that doesn't look very good either. You can't make that any bigger because that'll like not intersect very well with that. I could make it thicker and say screw it to the thickness, which is probably the best way to do it, to be fair. I could make it just thin enough for it to match up. Scale it down. I've been having a semi-stressful time at work. I'm not going to reveal too much information, but it's just like... I work with... It feels like... At least people that seem to have a decision, like they can make decisions. With people who aren't too familiar with games. And admittedly, one of the people I'm talking to, they admitted to that. They did say, you know, I've not got too much familiarity. But like some of the stuff I recommend... I'm just like, I'm not being a genius. Was this a lot? Lol, computer crashed. Oops. Nice. Coffee milkshake. Milkshake sounds gross. Milkshakes are awesome. I mean, it's not really a coffee milkshake. Or I guess if you froze it. I bet coffee ice cream's delicious. What do you mean? I can't remember what I was saying now. You made me lose my train of thought completely. We're taking our time with this asset, but it's probably going to be more complex than anything we've made. Cannon's looking pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah, this will end up probably being something that going to be one of the most complex. I've been just like more complex at work. I may have done like a little bit more complex at work, but for singular items, for a singular item, should I say, this is probably going to be the most complex thing I'm probably going to put in my portfolio, stylized wise. So this will be very interesting. The problem is you get like a thickness like that, and I mean it does look kind of thick. I could equally like pull it out a tiny bit to help match the shape. Maybe I should. Not on the right setting though. We want smooth. Yeah, we want smooth, and then pull that back. Yeah, so at work at the moment, I'm basically, because no matter what, and I've said this before, when you're telling someone they're wrong, even if you're right, you always come out like you're the bad guy, like you're the one being a scumbag because you've just told people they're wrong. No matter what, it always feels that way when you're trying to tell somebody something and you basically have to just say that they're wrong about something. And like even if you're completely right about it, right? Like, I'm trying to think of an example where I'm not actually saying something that happened at work. I mean, I've had to correct people in the past about, like, oh, the 3D art's causing this slowdown. The reason it's running slow is because of the 3D art. I don't know, it's not. Yeah, it is. I typoed, alright. Mink shake. Oh, right, it's a mink shake. Ugh. That does sound weird. I don't know why. It sounds wrong. I guess it is in a way. Yeah, and it'd be like I've had this before, and they're like, oh, no, it's caused by the art. I'm like, it's not. Yes, it is. I'm like, ugh. So I've got to go in, do GPU profiling, get everything set up, get proofs set up, and then show them, look, it's not the graphics doing it. It's something else. I don't know what. It's probably the programming, or it's because I will never usually try to blame them, and I won't usually say it's probably the programming. I'll usually say it's something else, because the programmers we have now are excellent. They've never really blamed us for anything, and I love it. Programs we used to have, sometimes you just blame us for things, and I was just like, and I'm quite thorough when I do something. If something's on the art side, I will usually know it's on the art side. Oh, it's being caused because it's too high shadow density. Well, unless somebody changed it, the shadow should be fine. Like, I think people forget what they're seeing in the game. There's only 2 artists in my company, so what they're seeing in the game, 50% of the time is just being done by me. So I know the ins and outs of it. So when they try to tell me I've done something wrong, or I've got to look at something because it's me, I'm just like, I make this, guys. I know it, and like I said, you got to tell them, okay, look, it's not me. Look, boom, I've proved it. And you sit there and you're just like, well, now I look like the scumbag because I've had to tell them they're wrong. Like, ugh. It's just it's not rewarding at all. I know some people like to be like, yeah, I proved them wrong. It's not rewarding because no matter what, You just feel like you're the person who's done the bad thing. And they will look at you that way. They will look at you like you were the person, oh, Steve did this and told me I was wrong. I'm just like, but you were wrong. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. Like, you were wrong. I had to show you were wrong. Otherwise, you were going to tell important people that I needed to fix something that wasn't my fault. I can't fix something that isn't being caused by art. Does that make sense? Why am I failing to think how I want to bend this? I'm having such a... I'm spacing. Like, I just want it to do that, but I'm getting like these points here where it gets too sharp. Am I being stupid? I feel like I'm just being stupid. Honestly, it makes you feel like a proper villain. And it's awkward because I don't necessarily think I've done anything wrong. And I didn't have a conversation like it today, and I basically just had to tell someone they were wrong about something, just straight up. And I think I can say this, but they basically said, so let's say we're making a game. I'm gonna kind of do a scenario, and then let's say you said to me, let's say the game was an RPG, and you say to me, I want a player just jumping in, instantly know what they're doing. That's basically the scenario I was met with, and I said, well, no. What do you mean? Well, you can't do that. It's not a game you will instantly know what you're doing. You've got to either follow a tutorial or your mate's got to tell you how to play. You're not going to instantly know how to play. And that's fair. That's how this kind of genre works. I felt mean telling him this, but it was just the truth. Like, that's how the game works. It's like saying, oh, I want to jump in an FPS and go online and not die instantly if I suck. Well, no, you're going to die. You're bad at the game. People are better than you that you're going to be matched against. Like, it's like one of those things where I'm like, I don't know what to tell you because you're not going to have it the way you want it. You know what I mean? And it's not like it's a bad thing. Learning how to play a game is absolutely fine. Sorry, I'm grabbing boogers on stream. But yeah, I just always feel like I'm an utter villain. And I shouldn't. I don't think I should anyway. I don't think I should feel as bad as I do when I say these things. But yeah, it's just awkward. What do you guys think? I just think there's no winning in these scenarios because no matter what, you will look like the worst person. I'm still being dumb with this. I just can't. Is it because I'm supposed to just have this part flat? No, I want this part like that. And I want it to do this. Come in. Oh, scale in? Nope. Coming like this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't try to fix everything, Steve. I try my best. I don't try to be like the almighty, everything Steve says is the right way to go. It's just, more often than not, I get met with these scenarios where I'm like, isn't the answer obvious? What have I done? Why have I been it like that? I'm being so stupid and I don't know why. It has been a long day. I'm gonna blame it on that. It's supposed to just be like this. Oh, that does not work, Jesus. Why can't I? Hey, Prantham? No, Pratham Deepak. How's it going, man? Pratham? I'm terrible at names, don't worry. Yeah, I'm having a proper moment at the moment. My brain can't comprehend how I want to do this shape. And I don't know why, because it's not that hard. Pratham. Pratham? Pratham. Pratham. I mean, it's very small on my screen, but I'm pretty sure P-R-A-T-H-A-N. Or M? Tham? Was I saying Tham? I can't remember now. It's disappeared. S-M. Pratham. See, I got a really easy name. It's Stephen. It sounds like I'm being rude. But you're only going to get so many variations of saying Stephen where it's going to be incorrect, like then. So I feel really bad. Stretch A, so Pratham. Or Pratham, right? If I stretch the A, or do you mean the second A? Pratham. Is that not what stretch A sounds like? Is it Pratham? I'm not very good with names. What if we did this, and then got rid of all of these? I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be, but for some reason my brain can't. Kinda, yeah. Kind of. Well, that's closer than not getting it at all, so I'll take that. How's it going, man? Are you artist, programmer, here for just fun? And if you're here for just fun, you've probably already realized you're not going to get that. I pull these down. Yeah, if I just make the shape like this, this is so not how you should do this. Yeah? Why is it not smoothing over there? Oh, because the bevel. Yeah? It kind of works. I mean, that works. Hell yeah, that does work. We don't need a back to it. Makes me think how bad I'm at 3D. Oh. Are you a long-time practicer? Have you practiced a lot of 3D, or are you much more newer to it? Because if you're new to it, it's when you're like, I've been practicing for 50 years now. If you're new to it, never should feel bad. Like, this is taking me... I'm having trouble with one little shape. I've been doing 3D since I was 13. I'm 28. So, what? 15 years, and I'm struggling with a really basic shape for no reason. Now I must leave Earth for no reason. I was getting comfortable using it, and now I'll move to 3ds Max. Ah! What made you move to 3ds Max? Not to say it's a bad software. I know a lot of people who like 3ds Max. I prefer Blender, but that's because I never learned 3ds Max. I think 3ds Max is better than Maya, in my personal opinion. That looks like the shape I want. Hell yeah. Why does it bend that way still, though? Oh, because this bends. This bends slightly in the middle. Oh, that's fine. Right, it's supposed to bend. Okay. Let's do a mirror on that. My college told... your college got you to there. My university, to be fair, got me to use Maya, which I just mentioned, which I'm not... I just realized that Megapixel said Steven. I much prefer Blender. I used Blender when I was 13, dropped it when I was 18 to use Maya, and then picked Blender back up about 3 years ago now. If you go to my portfolio below, the last... 3 scenes was made in 3? I'm not going to put my stream on chat, don't worry. ArtStation. The last 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the last 3 scenes I made was basically all in Blender, I believe. Minus using Substance Painter for texture and UE4 for UE4 for rendering. Oh, 5. UE5 for the latest one. I use Blender because I just think it's a better software than Maya, and I already knew how to use Blender. If I used 3ds Max when I was 13 years old, and I thought that was better than Maya 3 years ago, I'd have swapped back to 3ds Max. But I learned Blender, and I think Blender's just superior. Like, there's not a single tool I can think of in Maya that isn't already in Blender, but there's plenty of tools in Blender I can't think of that in Maya. And just to start with, Maya doesn't have a modifier shelf. So in Maya, if you mirror something, that's it. Like, if I've mirrored in Maya, it's just like this. It's just two separate objects now. Or two separate components, look. Whereas in Blender, you can hold on to your mirrors, your bevels, technically you can hold on to a subdivide in Maya. It's called Smooth Preview. But that's it. Everything else you have to just apply in Maya. And I don't like that. I think Blender's already, just with the modifier shelf, Blender makes it much more universal. You know what? These need to be bigger. Like, this to be mirrored here is nice. Yeah. Oh, too much. It's going over here now. Wow, that really stretches out that way. Jesus, let's do what I was doing, but only go so far. Grab this, pull it in. There you go. It's actually got like this metal piece in the middle, but that might need to be done through texturing, but it looks something like this. And then basically all those edges that we got are like this. Look like they're basically 3D. So I can do this two ways. I can select the empty spaces like this and extrude them inwards to give them a 3D effect, as long as we turn... You're telling me you can't... What? Yeah, come in, and that should sharpen on a bevel. Mirror. Oh, keep sharp. And then what I could do is I can actually do a bevel. Tone down that bevel. That's not bevel. That's the bevel. 0.001. A little bit more than that. 0.005. Too much. 0.3. Cool. Put to like 50. Put you up before all of that. Put back on the smooth. Turn off keep sharp. There you go. It looks more like that. So we actually look at the picture. Hey, wait. Also loved your portfolio. Thanks, man. Hi, Lustidal. How's UVing in Blender, not including auto unwrap? UVing in Blender's fine. Everything I've made in the last 3 scenes I've made has been unwrapped in Blender. Yeah. The only thing Blender's worse at is packing than Maya. The UV mapping's identical, at least to the method I do. Yeah, if you look here, look, it looks like it's 3D, right? You've also got this part here. But I could texture that, I could texture this as well. Same here. But I could actually do the same thing here, right? Where I that, pull you in. Like so. Does it have a bit at the bottom? Bottom. It does, okay. So you up. So there you go. Screw those in. Ooh. Screw those in. There you go. Do a cookie bevel. Make it way weaker. Less than that. Very nice, very nice. And I think this has the same effect on it as well, right? Oh, God. Hello, Blend Click. How's it going? This art is difficult. Ah, it's not too bad. Hello, Mohammed. How's it going, man? Yeah, this is the same thing on it, where it's like... Oh. What's different about this one? Why did that do it like that? Go to these shapes here. is happening down here? Hold on a minute. You know, I should have definitely left these for now, because I'm starting to think I should have done them as a texture. I'll leave that last one. Are you working on a personal project? This is a personal project. Yeah. Everything I have on my portfolio, including anything I show on stream, is a personal project. Unfortunately, I can't show anything that isn't a personal project off stream because it's under NDA. So anything you ever see me make is always going to be... personal projects. Jesus. Words. Do this and we can just bring it apart like that. I think this needs to be thicker, so I'm just doing that. Yeah, that's good. In fact, a little... Oh, that stretched this out too. Hold on a minute. I don't want to stretch you out. I want that to still stay circle. So instead, just select you and just select you. Slightly bring... Oops, I undid it. Slightly bring you out. And with these, slightly shift good. It should mirror on the other side. Things mirroring over here as well. So if you change one, you change all four. How many hours do you work a day? Sorry if I'm asking too many questions. Oh no, the reason I stream is because I want you guys to ask questions. I work 8.5 hours, including 1 hour break. So 7.5 hours a day, Monday to Friday. So I've got Saturday and Sunday off. And yeah, sometimes I stay a little bit later. Like today, I really need to go. And my boss called me, and if he's watching, no. And I was like sitting there, like I really need to get going. But if you ever want to know any tips as well, so a big part of why I stream this, because I want to obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious, but I want to help people with their art. And so I try my best to give tips. And I'm not the best artist in the world, don't get me wrong. And I don't think I ever will be. I don't even think I'm close to being an amazing artist. But I try my best, and I always try to help you guys out with new ways of doing stuff, or just trying to help you do stuff the right way. And I say that with quotation marks because the right way is subjective to what you find best. If the way you're doing something, well, the way you do the quickest. How much caffeine do you ingest on a daily basis? Not too much. This is decaf coffee. I've probably had 2 full coffees today, and that's it. So how much is in a coffee? And then yeah, one of the biggest tips I always give, especially if you're new to 3D, and some people will disagree with this, and if you ever do, I have so many counterpoints, and it's to model things, now bear with me, model things separately, like I'm doing with this, right? This cage is separate. This front isn't, like this is the whole thing here. This part is separate. These parts here, look, separated out. Like if we look at them, separate, separate, separate. Separate. This part here, separate. Model things separate, it will be way easier for you in the long run. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's a million times easier. Maybe not a million, but it's significantly easier to model like this and then any other way. I don't want to get rid of these changes I did. There's no really easy way to do so. Like one way I could do, because I'm not sure if I want to do it in the texture the more I look at it. So one way I could do it is reselect, well actually, if I've got these selected, increase the selection once, delete it, and we go back to what we had before with the faces deleted instead. Then just fill in those empty spaces. We've essentially reverted that change we did. Voila. I was playing a game yesterday with one of my friends, and there was puzzles in it, and I've never looked so smart in my life. He was doing a puzzle. I went, oh yeah, just press the middle, but then it does this, yeah, but press the middle then. And then I can't really explain the puzzle, but then I pressed the 4 corners and boom, instantly. What, no second ping? Wait, did I not ping to say I was streaming? Excuse me. Oh, I didn't. Whoops. My bad. Streaming half an hour as well. I'm going to only be here for like an hour. Short stream todays, long streams on Sundays, and then if I feel really like up for it, another stream during the week. But I've been quite poorly for like the last 6 months, and any free time I get, I just want to do something that's going to distract me. Don't worry, there's nothing seriously wrong with me, but it's something that causes me a lot of discomfort every day. At least I don't think there's anything seriously wrong for me. With that said, who knows? You are on Windows 10? I am on Windows 10, yes. I have no reason to upgrade yet. Heck, I remember... What was it? Windows... What Windows was it? Windows 7? I didn't... No. Yeah. I didn't even use Windows 8. Windows 95. I stayed on Windows 7, and then when Windows 10 came out and they gave you a free upgrade, I was like, may as well now. So something we can also do is in the outliner, or can I do it like this? Because this is how you do it in my app. If I want to drag cycle top side, will it add it? No. So you got to make a collection. So if we call this like Canon, we select all the parts of the Canon, that's the Canon. I would go around to see what I've got left to select. I don't know if that was obvious, but just in case. Yeah, I think. That's in the background, yeah, cool. We also need you. So I want to select all the pieces that are going to rotate. Maybe I should have called it that instead. I'm going to drag all those into there. So now, if I click on here, can I group all these assets? I don't usually do this. This is just like to help me. Can I rotate that now? No. What if I do this, and then do rotate around? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's this one. 3D cursor. There you go. So now, if we wanted to see what it looked like when it rotates. Problem is, I also need to get the Canon itself to be able to rotate upwards. So if I get like the perfect angle, this isn't obviously a very good angle right now, but it actually needs to go sound like this. Wait, no, it actually needs to go sound like this. Yeah. So how does that rotate? If we look at the image, oh, it's got something. It's got some sort of mechanism here, because it definitely rotates, but I don't know how it works. Or maybe it's like always like this, like that's just its default position, and then it can rotate around the center point. We can decide that as we go, though. Right now, we're just in the modeling stage, so we're not too worried. I didn't hate 8, but it wasn't great. Same 8 was a disaster. I just didn't see any improvement, right? If I look at a new operating system and I'm like, well, it doesn't look like it's going to change at all what I'm doing, and it doesn't seem to have any benefit except it's new, what's the point? I did the same with everything. I've had the same earphones for like 4 years. I had the same computer case for a decade. I only changed it because I was going Corsair, I think, and one of the fans in it stopped working. So I was like, I'll get a new case, because case will come with new fans and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm just not really... I don't know. I don't really care for updating ever. Especially because, more often than not, updates will break things. And I'm like, let's keep it like that for now. And that's also very frustrating. Oh yeah, I need to do a low poly version. We actually tested it in low poly, so that'd be interesting. Wait a minute, you put up Twitch chat like that, but included your message right box and didn't... Oh yeah, why didn't I just... You're right. I didn't even cross my mind. I did it sort of randomly. It's like, oh, I guess we could do this. You're right, I could just do that. And extend this part out. The only thing now is I need to, like... Can I chroma key out the back? Maybe. How do you chroma key? Windows match priority or capture mag Windows. There's got to be a way to chroma key, right? Filter, set color, set color. Ah. Right. So we actually set the color set to purple just so I know it's Twitch. It's got to be a filter, right? Scale filtering, blending mode. Oh, whoa. Additive. Oh, that's cool. What multiply look like? I'll just make it dark, won't it? Yeah. Let's go back to normal. There's got to be a way to chroma key, right? Filters. Effect. Chroma key. Yes. I'm chroming out your name. That's a good thing. How do I... Oh, custom. There you go. That color. Oh, no. How do I... what software can I grab a color outside? You know what? We'll just go to Photoshop. Hey, Phantom Sniper. Oh, wait. You've been here before. You're the person who posts tanks in my chat, right? You've never been over to Twitch before. It says you're a first-time chatter. Photoshop. Hello. Photoshop. Yeah, you make the cool tanks. See, I've only made one tank, and I think that's what drove you into my server. You're like, oh, you made a tank. That's actually probably my favorite. You know what? The tank's probably my most complex asset I've ever made. I say that it's got a lot of repetitive stuff in it, right? So maybe that's not even true. Let's grab this color. What color is it? It's that. Let's go into here. This is such a random thing to be doing. Okay. Ah, what? Similarity. See, I don't mind that. That's fine. Oh god, no! Keep that to normal. There you go. Is that too small though? Because I could put that underneath, like here. But that looks quite small, right? Can I not? I can zoom in. Interesting. No, I don't want to pause. Stop it. So if I extend you out, what happens? Ah. If I zoom in. Oh, God, that's a little too zoomed. We've got like the little bit there. Let me get rid of that. This is such a waste. Oh, it's not a waste of time. Who needs plugins? The plugin wouldn't work though. Otherwise, I would be using a plugin. There you go. That works. Oh, you can see what I'm typing in it, to be fair. Hell yeah. You can see like it's slightly highlight. I could probably fix that by just slightly cropping off that part. How much time I need to be a professional designer in UE? And what is the best UE4 or UE5? What is best UE4? Well, UE5. I mean, UE5 is UE4. It's just got some new tools. You know, like, there's no reason not to use UE5. Lumen and Nanites don't favor non-ray tracing cards, I've noticed. But you can still use screen space reflection in UE5. So there's no reason, if you're starting a new project, there's no reason not to just use UE5. Because it's basically the same thing. One problem with this, guys, is still that we don't get... Let's move that a little bit. I still won't get if you guys do, like, donations and stuff. Unfortunately. True. But by the time you finish a project, especially if you're just doing art, no reason not to use UE5. If you're doing program stuff, there might be some kinks that you need to fix. But if you're still, when it comes to the art, if you're still saying there's kinks, the kinks are usually all related to the new stuff, Lumen and Nanites. So if you just set everything back to screen space reflection in your settings, it won't feel like working with anything different than UE4, right? But programming, I'm not sure. If you're actually developing a game, I can't have a comment on that because I don't know. And how much time you need to be a professional designer? It depends how dedicated you are. And it depends on how naturally talented you are. I know people don't like to talk about natural talent. Can I pull this in? No, I can't. I can take it off there. I know people don't like to talk about natural talent. But at the end of the day, if you are talented at picking up stuff like that, you're obviously going to be quicker. But I'd say a solid 3 years gives you a really good starting point at anything you try to do. Because they say 10,000 hours, right? 10,000 hours of practice is when you become a professional at something. I started to learn about smart materials in Blender. I use some... The problem is there's a lot of white at the back of this. It's like slightly blending in. I start to learn about smart materials in Blender. I use on one model and he's working, but his not final version. Right. Ow. Oh, right. I slipped on some ice earlier and I freaking landed really bad on one of my knees. Did I actually hurt it? Nah, looks fine. Slightly sore. Yeah, it's really frosty out, and I didn't realise. And I freaking was walking, and I thought, whoop, and I just slipped over. Oh. Silly Steve, you're supposed to eat ice, not slip on it. I like eating ice, actually. I'm not that old. Okay, I should have, like, an icon that says Twitch and YouTube. I don't know if I should have it down here, though. What do you guys think? Down there? Admittedly, down here is more away from, Oh, wrong one. Is more away from white text underneath it, so it might be better there. Okay. Who's messaging me? Oh, did you get Twitch shout up? Are you streaming from Twitch first? No. I've literally... Can I show you? Will it break it? No, I'm literally using the pop-out window. You can actually see it when I highlight, look. And I've just chroma keyed out the grey back. Well, you know what? I need to slightly lift it up because that face doesn't quite come out. Uh-oh. We just have to type like this. Oh, well, when you type, just have a Twitch icon every time. Yeah, it's a very bodge job way of doing it, but it works. Like, you can tell I've got it highlighted. Look, it gets slightly purple underneath. Obviously green. And then look, when I highlight over it. Whoa. Hey, if you guys know me, you know I bodge job everything. So... It wouldn't be Steve if it wasn't done in a really janky way. Why is it? Oh. I feel like this needs to be smaller. Just a little bit. We've got spice at the top. So this is on not sturdy at all. It's literally just got these parts here. I still need to do down here, but I can't quite picture what that needs to look like yet. So we're not going to work on it yet. I always say this to people. Looking pretty good. Thanks, Wolf. Bengal Studios circle. It is a circle. I've lost a train of thought now. You guys are distracting me. What was I going to say? Right. I always say to people, if you don't know how to get something done, right? Swamp on it as well. Like, come back to that part later, because usually you'll have a completely fresh idea when you, like, come back to it, right? So... And it won't always be that magical. Wow, I magically know how to do it now. You'll be surprised how often you will have that feeling, though, where you just magically know what's best. Because giving it some time and stop thinking about it, you'll come back and go, actually, this will work if I do this. And boom. Solved. Keep seeing that these are, like, getting cut out. I need to get it just right. There you go. So why don't we actually just model this thing real fast? Circle. We'll go 16. We'll go 8. We'll subdivide it probably. I do like subdivide modeling. For those of you who don't know what subdivide modeling might... I don't know if that's the correct name of it, but essentially all it is when I'm like modeling something, blah, 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 I then subdivide it and I start working off a subdivide. So like that. If I'm like, oh, I want a bit over here, pull that over. Know what I mean? And we're like getting a subdivide as we go. I can always do it twice as well. And it just means when I'm going, we get a much smoother shape versus what we're actually getting. I think his and pivot in middle of that 2 woods. I don't think the barrel elevation is fixed. Oh, right. Yeah, but you look at it and how would it rotate? Look at this shape here. Look, this here. How does that move? That looks like that is completely fixed, right? So how would it cause it to rotate up and down? Because that's what I noticed, and I was like, wait, maybe it doesn't rotate. Maybe it doesn't change elevation or your pitch. Pitch? Is pitch the right word? Is your left and right? I can never remember the terms. So that part confuses me a lot. And there's no, like, swivel things here that would, like, allow it to rotate. So I am starting to get the assumption it may not swivel up and down. Or rotate up and down, whatever word you want to use. So I'm not actually... I don't quite know, to be honest. It's definitely a tricky one, but that's fine. It's fun working. But full stop, it's fun to work. It's not fun to work. As always, keep your assets separated, so it makes it easier. So this actually comes to about here, does this, basically does another one like this, then you got another one that comes out. And this basically comes out just, it comes onto a huge, I have to do like a small, that's not very good. There you go, something like that. Comes down to... Oh, wow. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. We're not actually in a proper location at the moment. This is way longer. Not way too long. Longer than that, though. Cool. This comes down to, like, down here. Goes into here. And then, honestly... Could do 1, 2, 3. But we're going to actually make it slightly... get thinner. Around here. Try to make that flat. Feel that. It looks like it does something like this. And then we basically want to grab another piece. Do this. Isolate this real fast because I want to grab this face. I want to grab your face, guys. Yeah, now I see. Yeah, I basically thought exactly what you were thinking, Phantom, when I first saw it. But then that part just looks hard, right? And I was like, wait, no, that doesn't work. And that's why you should come back and look at things later when you don't know. If I started on that, I would have done it so it looked like it was going to work. But now I'm basically convinced it won't work the way I originally thought. This basically just comes all the way to the end. We'll do a bevel here, just make it... So you don't always actually need to do bevels to keep this sharpness. You can select it, push Shift E, and pull that up. And it will cause it to get sharper. My problem is it always shades it really weird. So I tend to just like beveling and I'll just optimize it later. I may not even need that though. I mean, I can probably just do this because then we've got a wooden bit back here that does this. This comes up. This goes back ever so slightly. Comes out here, up here, and then peels. And then this needs a bevel. Oops, this needs a bevel. There you go. This and this need a bevel. Is that the right one? This and this. Oh. This and this. There you go. Cool. Don't like how this looks at the moment. Pull that down, pull that over here. It looks too thick. So let's grab both of you guys and just pull them towards each other. Pull you back up just a tad. A little bit more of a rotation. Give it a bit more of a depth that way. It's good. Comes down here, grab this, slightly scale that up because we want it to be a bit bigger still. Grab this edge here, do a bevel there. Cool. Do a slight rotation that if we really want, just like this, so it looks like it sits in it a bit better. Look a bit better already. This is definitely thicker than we got it. Yes, way thicker. More like that. With that said, we'll get rid of some of this and redo this part. No, it's gonna do that. Nope, still gonna do it. Edges, yes. Oh, we still got a bit we left out. Right here, get rid of that. This then comes down to here. This goes into here, which means we can bevel do both of those like that. Doesn't need to be beveled that much, not sure yet. Pull this in more. I kind of want to much. Ooh, a little too much actually. Yeah, something like that. When it gets to here, we go inside something else. Pull that back. Bevel. So it's going to be way too high poly, but that's fine. We can reduce this poly count later. This actually gets a little bit wider while also having a light bit like that. Yeah, perfect. It's exactly what we want. Cool. And on here, it basically just comes in very, very slightly. Actually, I could do this, do another one, and then when I go to texture it, select this area here. Because the problem, when I go to texture this, it's got this thinnest bit here. Do you see that? Like it's like a casing on top. If I do what I just did, can I get my mouse? Thank you. When I go to apply the subdivision, and then I go to do like this, and then go to like optimize it, I'll have this edge right here, like right here. So when I go to texture it, I basically select all of that, make that part gold, and then start making that part gray, using the model itself to texture it, because it'll just work a bit better. Let's undo all of that. Cool. I actually got to do this part too. Go. That's it. That's fine. Cool. And then it's got like a little helmet. So for that, I can do two things. I can grab this from here, start pulling you out and try to make that shape, and then pulling this part out here. Get that like curved end, but the problem is we're getting too high now because it needs to go down. It needs to be flat, like so. Pull one in the middle. Grab it here, pull you out, sort of like that to get the generic shape. Then we want, first of all, we want this part to stay sharp, like that. Then here, this part needs to come down, but this part kind of needs to go sharp, right? Trying to figure how the metal works. So the metal comes out. The metal essentially stops here. Yeah. So I just basically need this. Ooh, so close. Very close to what we're looking for. I just need to align this now here. So what happened there? Why did that look so weird? Oh, right, because it's back part. So why don't I do this, then this, like that. Way too sharp. Let's get rid of this quickly. Cool. We'll do a double just in case I need it. Cool. Now the problem is it's obviously not curving down fully that we want. Now I'm hoping I could basically just grab you, and hide it. There you go, grab you, and basically just pull this part down to help match up. Oh, not quite, because the way it's smooth. Problem is when I pull that up, it'll miss a line from top of there. Interesting, interesting. What if I pull that up? Oh, so it's really, really thick over here. So what if I grab you, pull you down, pull you in, pull you down. Grab you, and then you, pull you in. Ah, it's really hard. Hold on a minute. It's really hard to match this up. It needs to be pulled up now, right? Now, I also want to pull out as I come out here because I want it to stay aligned, right? But I don't just want to select these back bits. I also want to do that too. Something like that. We can always adjust it in a little bit when we apply the subdivide. Put it out just a little bit. Actually, I think we need to pull all of it out. There you go. And then pull you out. Kind of. Why does that side look different? Hold on a minute. Ah. That's a mistake. So to fix that mistake, what we're going to do, separate this out, delete that, select just you, do a quickie mirror, and put you first, and boom, fixed. Cool. Now that part's going to smooth there as well. My problem is I think I should have had it come further down. But we'll see for it later. I'm not too fussed on that right now. I'm not too fussed on the details. Okay, now I need to get this part looking more accurate. So this part comes in as we've got it. I shouldn't change it. I literally went through all that effort. Actually, no, it is slightly. If you look, it is slightly in more. Otherwise, you wouldn't see this edge here appear. So that's fine if I pull this in a tad more, then pull it in. The bevel there. Pull you in, and then we've got the lens. The lens, make it a separate object. 100%. So, why did that not? Hello? Extrude? Am I being stupid? Why is that not extruding? Because I got soft select on. There you go. I was being stupid. Right, pull you out. And I'm going to do it one more time. Pull you out a little more. And then fill in the middle. And then smooth. And I kind of... He's one in the actual concept. Doesn't look at what I'm about to do. But I want to make it a bit more bent. Because I think it always looks really nice when you've got this really bent lens like that. See that? Poking out the end as well. He looks a bit more flat. I think that looks better. At this point, it comes down to personal preference. Because I am obviously just doing it from somebody else's concept. So I can mess with things and it shouldn't cause issues. Cool. That's looking pretty good. This back part definitely needs to be thicker around here. So a couple things. This needs to be way longer and further back. This needs to be further back. There also needs to be a metal bit here. Like so. Yeah, very good metal. No. And then what we want to do... It's going to require so much optimization when I'm done. Do a bevel one here like so. Put that chunky metal bit. It also kind of looks like it's doing that. It's got like a little bend, which kind of thematical is what a lot of it's been doing. This actually kind of looks like it comes up more like chunkiness, like so. I don't know how much I like that. I mean, I could also increase that like so. Then it's definitely in this part here, it goes a bit thinner, which makes me want to select the whole thing and make the whole thing a little thicker. Just a little bit. Yeah. Which also makes me want to make this part a little thicker. I also need to select this, and do a bevel. Go. and slightly increase the size. Pull it back, and voila. There you go. So you can actually see it going in. Perfect. That is too long now, though. So if I grab all of you, and slightly bring you in. Again, we're just doing this by looking at it. There's no science or anything. I'm not like trying to get this to like be perfectly aligned. Hi, Steve. How's your Friday? It's all right, Kelbo. How's yours? I really wish I had a drink. I'm already drinking my coffee. But we're not streaming too long today. I might pop to the corner shop and grab some Pepsi or Coke or whatever else they got. Maybe some Dr. Pepper. I'm a big fan of fizzy drinks again. I go off and on fizzy drinks, but I tend to have the zero version. Can't complain. Good. I mean, I can complain. It's just still going well, I think. You know what? I just realized something. Right here. I think I said this last time. There's clearly a semicircle hole. There is a hole. So I grab this. Perfect. Now I can make it myself. But I'm going to be cheeky. Cheeky breaky. We're going to grab this. We're going to go 16. Yep. Scale this. It's only a very small one. Oh, hello. Scale up this way. Do this. And everyone's favorite tool, we're going to bullion. Modder has really got me into using the bullion tool. Ah. Where does that actually come to? That's really misleading on the picture. Like, where is this actually coming to on here for this to be here? This actually kind of looks misaligned if you really look about it. Look at it, right? So, Dr. Pepper himself. I actually barely have Dr. Pepper as well. I could move this spike specifically forward, which I don't think is a terrible idea because it helps to sort of break up that symmetry and pull you back. Oh, but I still don't have a lot of room. Maybe we make this one thinner. I'm not sure. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I like it being perfect, but look how little room we have. What I could do... Oh, right. I can't mirror it. Okay. Let's apply the mirror then. There you go. I can't move it, sure say, because I have it mirrored. We'll go... Where's my rotation? Where's my... Oh, up there. 45. That's not the correct way. 45. And it keeps it this direction instead, which I'm not against. I'm not against having the spike in a slightly different direction, but it gives me all this extra room to make a cut now. Now that is using my brain. Now I can bring it forward a little bit more. Do this. I don't think that's bad. Both these go into here, go bullion. And wha-bam. And click apply. You, and we have a bullion. Now, this bullion is mostly fine. Cool. Very good. Smooth. What, Steve? That smooth looks disgusting. Oh, it looks fine now. And boom, we've got that cut. It's, how do you even see that? Oh, because you're like here and this is like lifted up. Right, okay. Concept art is doing what they do best, not understanding 3D space. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is pretty good. Ooh, believe. This is actually pretty good understanding of 3D space. I remember when I was actually doing some... So the concept artist we had at our company left about a month ago now. She was very, very good. But there were times where she'd say, I should make something. And I'm like, I can't make it like that. Why? And I'll make it. And she goes, no, you need it like I was making like a castle. So no, you need it all to like bend out and everything. I was like, I can't. And she's like, why? I was like, the characters need to stand on it. The way that she had drawn it... I wanted to show you something that was flat surfaced. Let's just use this. The way that she had it drawn it, so if you want a character to walk on something, you can obviously, so let's say this is straight. Obviously, I'm not the best spirit level, but let's say that is like straight, right? You can have like slightly tilted, you know, in every direction. You know, we'll just do it like that, actually. You get it flat to you guys and go, you can have something tilted like that. You can probably still walk on it. The way that she had them was at the base of like the castle was like this, and then as it came up, it went woo to like probably about that angle, maybe a little bit less. And then also in this direction. And I was like, I can't make it like that. It's just like, why? I was like, the players need to stand on it. She's like, oh, right. And I was like, yeah. So my one might look as nice as yours, but I have to make it look like that because it needs to actually work with the player. She's like, right. So that makes so much sense. She was really understanding. She was awesome. She's probably one of the best people I've worked with at my company. But yeah, it's just funny because I understand that doesn't come into some people's thought process, especially subcontractors, because they just want to make it look good. It's their job. So when they don't comprehend bits like that, it's quite funny because you have to be the person like, it doesn't work properly. And they're like, oh. I think you got to explain it. But it's quite fun. I like ruining, stupid player ruining the art exactly. Because why in the background you can have stuff looking as fancy as you want, but in the foreground where you got to interact with it, you'll notice in a lot of games, it sometimes just won't look as like wacky as what you see in the background. Things in the foreground tend to look a lot more structured and a lot more flat. And it's because they have to be. Even if you played something like a Hat in Time has amazing up. If you actually look at stuff in the background that you can't interact with because it's too far away, they'll always look a bit more wackier than what you actually can interact with. With that said, when there was something that was a wackier shape in Hat in Time where you jump on it, you just go boom, and it usually had like a spring effect or something. Games would be so much better about players, right? I think you guys, I can't tell you about our new game, obviously under NDA, but I think you guys will actually really like the new game idea we've come up with at my company. It's actually sounds really fun. Not to put a damp impression. Damp impression, it's not a real sentence. Not to put a negative impression of my company, but everything we've worked on up until this point, I've not really had any interest in. This is coming from somebody who plays all genres of games as well. If you said a single, I even play sports games back in the day. Technically, I play racing games. Does that count as sport? I think we actually had this conversation recently because we were playing a game where it's like name 5 sports or sports movies, and they went Step Up and named like 5 dancing movies, and we were like, that doesn't count. But dancing is a sport. I was like, yeah, but when it says sports movies, it means like The Longest Yard, Coach Carter, like basketball, football, soccer, like, or American football. It means like proper sports. That was a funny question. We didn't let him have it. I think that was fair, right? Was that me not letting him have that? Happy Gilmore, golf. Oh, I love that movie. We did that a lot. This is a family game. We still do like family game nights. I don't know anyone who can tell me they still play board games with their family, but we still do it. That's not me flexing. A lot of people don't like playing games with their family, but we still do. And it's quite fun. But we have to sometimes be like, no, you can't have that. So what we're going to do here always looks really fun. So if you've noticed, I put it away from a center point. Now, that's not the most accurate center point, but it should work. Because what we're going to do is we're going to line it with what we want here. So it literally, oops, it's literally a little bit squished, a little bit smaller, pulled in. It looks like it's attached to that. So it's slightly aligned, go like this. So have it just intersects like that. There you go, perfect. My hands are a bit shaky then. The shop closes at 10, so I'm going to have to end stream definitely before then. I need to walk there too. Can you... Where's he gone? There you go. Faces. A board game will be brought downstairs, but it will never get played. Ah, we tried to get at Christmas. We haven't been doing it too much recently, mostly because I've been working, so it takes I feel like that's the main reason. So I've not had time to play games, which means I think my families haven't played as many. They're like, no, you're not the reason. But I like playing board games with my family, even though sometimes it ends with arguments. Oh, it's not perfectly aligned. I didn't even realize. Wait, isn't it? Hold on a minute. I mean, I don't mind it being a little off because, again, making it asymmetric is better. Put yourself in jail. Wait, was that that's the video of the kid crying, isn't it? Put yourself in jail. No, put yourself in jail. 90, there you go. 180, there you go. Cool, and now we got those around it. Perfect. I kind of want to pull them back just a tad. Pull them back just a tad. Pull them in just a tad. Scale them up. A tad. There you go. I feel like that's not their shape though. I've made it like too diamondy. I actually don't know. I think I should have done something more. Yeah, like that. Pull that in. Pull that in and grab both of you. No, not quite like that. Maybe slightly out. Not sure. But if I'm going to do that, go to this one over here. No, what's the X? Oh, it is X. Oh, my numpad's turned off. I was like, it's not rotating. Oh, it's not the right way anyway. RX minus 90. Duplicate. RX minus 90. Okay, what did I do wrong? Minus 90. Rotate minus 90. No, rotate 90. Okay, whatever. It worked. So we've got that bit on it. We need a little crosshair, and then we'll call it a day. I haven't missed anyone's chat, have I? The star without the bevel was nice. Oh, well. Too late. Too late. I didn't read your comments, so it's too late. So, an easy way to do something that's like... If you want something that kind of looks rounded, but it's not actually rounded, make a cube, put it to the side, and then smooth it. And when you pull that up, it'll kind... Especially when it's like really thin. It'll kind of look like it's rounded, you know what I mean? I don't need to do that with this. I don't think. Maybe I do. I can smooth it afterwards. I kind of just want to do a six-sided shape instead. Because this is very thin, so it doesn't need to be any more than like 6, I don't think. Should I read tonight, guys, or watch Made in Abyss? Because that's the anime I'm watching at the moment. For anyone who doesn't like anime, I don't always watch anime. I watch a lot of different things. You know, trying to explain like anime to people is really weird because I don't. For me, I don't. You want me to read? Okay, I'll read. I don't find anime any sort of different than just watching a normal show. It's just I don't know. It's still a form of entertainment. It doesn't feel very different to me. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, "What? Crazy." Yeah, it just doesn't bother me. Like, I just don't really see it in that way. I don't see it as such a uniquely different thing. It's just a form of media. I'm not a big anime guy, but I have been enjoying Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's pretty sick. I have to admit, that game is like... I don't even... That show is just like so insane. No, I want to do 24. I don't usually watch shows that aren't like mostly released either. So I don't know why. I saw Chainsaw Man on there and I was like, everyone keeps saying this is really good, and I just started watching it. I was like, this is mad. I was like, this is so good. Yeah, pretty much. It's just a really fun show. I've not watched the next episode, so don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for anybody, to be fair. I read what you said in the second moderator. I did see it come up, and now it's vanished, but I will read it in a second. Oh, wow. Oh, right. What I like to do here is go boom, 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 boom. It's going to be sending the other side, right? Yep, boom, 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 boom. Cool. Oh. Should I have done the same here? It's a really weird way to do that, but okay. Yeah, I think this needs to be definitely thinner and thinner like that. Cool. Looks incredibly thin. I think one thing I'm not quite understanding is I'm pretty sure this is actually flat. Same with this side. More like that. There you go. Does that not look aligned at all? Should I have this part more flat? No, that's what that looks like. I'll just make it a little bit thicker. There we go. Then it's got a little bit in the middle. Not really sure what that's supposed to look like. But if there's a bit in the middle that actually goes over the whole thing, I could do something like this, this. Where you can separate things, separate them. The reason I want to separate this is because when I go to unwrap it, I can avoid it being this really, really large unwrap. Because when you have a really long thing, it can shrink everything else down in your UV sheet to the texture density. Whereas if I have it as separate components, one problem with doing that is that you have more islands now. But it allows what I just said. It keeps the islands smaller. On the next episode is awesome. He has the chains and the swords and the man. Exactly. What would you say is your favorite anime ever? Megapixel. Ever. I'll be fine if you can't pinpoint to one and you just name a couple that you think are amazing. Or if you just go, oh, I've never really, like I said, I don't really watch anime. So Chainsaw Man's the first one I've seen. Ever. I'm being an idiot. It's doing it around its own point. Which means this usually. Hold on a minute. Oh, I haven't selected it. That'd be why. There you go. So I want that to come like this. So we do like a small bit like that. We do this. And then we do this. This. Sweet. Oh, you know what? Technically, we need to do a bubble over here as well. So put this in. Put this in like this. So this is actually wood, so I don't need to do the biggest bevel on here, but just enough. Cool. I could delete this. Oh, actually, I could. Okay. Can I see what I'm doing? Yeah. Grab this face, pull it out, delete the one that was there, pull it back in. Make it a tiny bit bigger, because this is going to be our lens. Pull the lens in, do a smooth. Need to delete the back we just made. Why is there like a ghost of it? Do you see that? Whoa. Cool. Increase the scale. Boom. We have the lens in there. Look how neat that is. Now I kind of want to make that a little bit bigger, a little bit more stretched out, a little bit out here. There you go. Sweet. So we've got the lens on this side, lens on this side. My first was Naruto. Oh god, that is long. My longest anime I think I've ever watched is Fairy Tail, and I never completed it because I didn't like how it was ending. I thought it was really lame. I'm not gonna say how it ends, but I thought it was really lame, so I never finished it. Even though I've told other people to watch it and have enjoyed the way it ends, I just didn't like it. What things have I watched? My favorite, my definitely like top 5. You probably got One Punch Man in there. I mean, as much as some people might not say it's the most amazingly wrote show or anything, it's just so much fun. I just can't get over how fun it is to watch that show. So One Punch Man, you've probably got Full Metal Alchemist. I wonder if any of the Fates go up there, like Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Work, or Fate Zero. Maybe Fate Zero. I need to get my list. I record the stuff I watch on something called My Anime List because I forget. One Punch Man and Mob Psycho. Oh, Mob Psycho is so good. That might be up there, so that's 4. And then what else? See, I would put Fairy Tail up there if the ending or the last season was better. But I just felt like it was just... I just didn't enjoy it very much. What else is going to be up there? Profile. I haven't added to this list in a while, though, so I probably should. Maybe Overlord. Overlord's really good. Score. What have I think I've only ever given Full Metal Alchemist a 10, yeah. See, Overlord I've given a 9 out of 10 as well. Demon Slayer. Oh, Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone may even be second place. Maybe third. Dr. Stone is so good. I love that show. I can't wait for the next season. I kind of want to give it a 10 out of 10. It's so good. Spice and Wolf's pretty good. Look, Horizon's pretty good. Angel Beats is kind of sad. Gate is pretty good. Assassination Classroom is pretty good. Assassination Classroom was kind of one... It was kind of like a high school-y one with a twist. I'm not usually into those. But it was just actually really fun to watch. I have no real complaints about Assassination Classroom. Grimgar. Haita Genshu no Grimgar. I probably said that very wrong. Mob Psycho. I've watched so many. Yeah, where am I up to? So on this list, I've attempted 83 animes because there's some in here that I didn't finish. And I've definitely seen at least 10 more that I've not recorded. So I've watched close to 100 anime now. I only started after university, which some people don't seem to believe me, but I only started after university. About 22, maybe 21. 86. Not watched it yet. I was halfway through the first episode and got bored. Mech anime has to really impress me for me to find it entertaining. I don't know what it is. I know it's not really a mech anime. It's like a it's kind of like a mech. It's kind of like a drone watcher. They're not drones though. It's really hard to explain. It's probably going to be a good show. Because I've got the idea of mech in my mind and I just don't like mech animes. I saw like a clip from one the other day and I was like, it took them 5 minutes to land. It was like 5 minutes of them going, yeah, I've got this part. Woo, I've got this part. We need to get all these parts. Yeah. See, that's why I said 86 might be an exception because it's not based on the mechs. And they're like, oh, this and this. Oh, we're turning up the throttle. We're doing this. I was like, oh my God. I was like, why is this taking so long? Like, when you watch Transformers, admittedly, people have gripe with Transformers, but the action scenes in that are great. Did this freaking, when they drive up as a car, turn into like a mech. And I know there's no one actually, they're not drones, people are controlling them. But, and they just fight. Like, I don't need you to explain everything in a mech anime when they transform. Oh, and now you're gonna be my arm, and you're gonna be my arm, and you two are gonna be my legs, and boom, with a mega mech. I'm like... It's just... Could have only watched like a handful of anime in general. Yeah, I don't know. It was a nice change from the normal stuff I watch. I really like sitcoms, believe it or not. I loved How I Met Your Mother. I like Rule of Engagement, but I think they ended that. I love Friends. That's why I made my 3D thing based on it. Scrubs was really good. I think I watched one or two more. How I Met Your Mother. Because you got like the really silly ones like How I Met Your Mother. No, not How I Met Your Mother, sorry. My Wife and Kids. Yeah, by the power of friendship is the reason I lost interest in Fairy Tail. Like, when I see an important character die in a show, it as horrible as it sounds, it makes me go, yeah, this is going to be an interesting show. They're not going to cop out on every little thing. When, oh, we're in trouble, boom, power of friendship. When I see a main character die and they don't come back a couple episodes later, I'm like, yes. Like, they're not coughing out. They're going to actually make it make sense. Which is probably why I'll never enjoy something like Naruto and One Piece. I could be completely out of... Scrubs is fire, exactly. I could be completely out of whack saying that because I've not watched them, but I can only imagine they have a similar, like, oh, power of friendship. Oh, I just win because I'm a main character. The Old Man of Disney is really good. Just watched... Oh, The Old Man, my parents watched that. And not anime, but Jeff Bridges and the boy Hubba Butcher from Dexter. I need to watch Dexter. Boruto was pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, people are going to completely disagree with what I'm saying and say, no, the best part about them is, like, the friendship, and it shows you what they overcome and everything. And don't get me wrong, in some handfuls, I don't mind that. In some, like a little bit of it, it's not too bad. But when it's, like, the entire premise, I'm just like, it's so boring. Like, I know they're going to win because they're friends. I know they're going to win because they're together. What, he had a flashback showing you about his past with his friends? Well, he's won the fight, isn't he? That's it. It's over. He's won. He had a flashback and thought about his friends. My friends, even though they're not here, they're still with me. Here we go again. Yeah, I want to make this part a little bit bigger, I think. A little bit bigger. And a little bit... Hold on a minute, what's going on? I need to turn you on when I do that. Okay, a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger, there you go. And a little bit... Not including you. A little bit... Not including you. A little bit wider. She's probably fine doing that. Cool. Grab all of you. Take you away. Pull you over. Boom. I also think this front bit here needs to get a bit wider. Problem with that is we mess up everything else doing that. Actually, yeah, that looks alright, getting a bit bulbous there, because this part's curve a bit more. I don't mind that, that's good. I have to admit, I have a soft spot when it comes to really dark shows, but also dark anime. Like, I really, really enjoy dark anime. It sounds horrible, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because you just see so many characters get away scot-free, like I've just said, because power of friendship stuff. When I see something and a character just gets brutalized, I'm just like, yeah, this is like, I think it's because it just diverts my expectations, because I've watched a lot of shows, a lot of animes now, and I just don't expect it. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Good luck with that walk to the shop. It's fine, 20 minutes still. It closes in 20 minutes, so I should get there in 10. Here you go, wait. Naruto's full of the good guys lose. Yeah, but in what way? Is it like the Pokemon way? Oh, I lost the first time. I'm going to win the second time because I trained. Is it that? Or like how Fairy Tail did it? Fairy Tail was ridiculous. Sometimes they'd lose and then come back 5 days later and just win with like no training or anything. I'm like, what? Steve, you're just mad because you have no friends. My experience with Naruto begins and ends with fan-made Offspring music videos. Nice. Yeah, that shop is going to be closed, yet he won't watch Death Note. I've read Death Note. What's wrong with Death Note? What's wrong with me not watching it? I've read it. Like, the manga's... The anime's based on the manga. I've literally got... I enjoyed Death Note so much. I read this version to begin with, which is basically the whole story condensed down to one massive book. Really interesting. It was actually quite nice reading from this. It was like a very unique experience. Because I enjoyed it so much, and I definitely want to reread it at some point, even though it's not even been like a year since I read it. I don't like getting this back in. It's really easy to crease the corners. There you go. I bought the entire box set. Look. All the original normal books. Look at that. It was good. Did you write anyone's name on the book? I have not yet. I was going to say someone's name and I thought it might upset a couple of people in chat, so I decided against it. I read Death Note and haven't watched it. There you go. It was a really good read, I have to admit. Out of everything I've read so far, definitely it's been the best. I think I've only read about 5 different series, but Death Note was banging. That was such a good read. Anyways, I'm going to the shop. I haven't got very long, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We made decent progress today, I'd say. We've got this part here now, and we need to get it, like, aligned. Is that fine like that? How high does it go? That's probably fine. I think one of the spikes are a little bit bigger than they are still. Part of that is I've made this hole now. We'll have to make sure. Alright, make sure I don't overlap it and make them a little bit spikier, I think. That's good. Same with these ones. These ones are a bit too small as well, so make that a bit bigger and pull it out. There you go. And that on top, it looks pretty good. This definitely needs to be a bit thicker here. And then I need an actual hole in there, which I did make. It's just so small. Anyways, gonna call it a day, and I will come back on Sunday. So I'll see you guys then. Bye. Thanks to you for saying the cannon looks cool or awesome. Boy. I say this. There's the end stream. There you go.